On today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, a couple of tips here around bad behavior that could be affecting your career in some way or your job search. So I thought I'd bring it up, even though these things in particular just get on my nerves in general. But I think it can be tied to career. Things I notice, right? Since we're all doing video conference now, well, not all of us, but a lot of people at home using Zoom and other platforms to do video chats and video conferences. By the way, I'm recording this on July 10th, 2020, so in the middle of the COVID situation where a lot of people are working from home. Do me a favor, okay? Stop minimizing Zoom and reading email and checking Facebook. Stop it. Yeah. You know who you are, right? You're in a conference or you're in a meeting and you minimize the Zoom, you make the Zoom the little small box and you kind of like scan email while the other person's talking. Not a good idea, okay? First of all, it's just rude. Secondly, the other person can see your eyes doing this, right? They can see you like reading the material. They can tell you're not paying attention to it. So stop it, okay? I know it's tempting, but just think of it like this. You know, when you're in a real conference room where humans are all sitting around a table and trying to have a meeting, you wouldn't like open your laptop and start checking email during the meeting, would you? I mean, at least I hope not. Well, Zoom's the same. It's still a real meeting. Okay, so stop minimizing it, checking it, and doing other things when people are talking. And if you're doing that, it could be hurting your career, your reputation. It could be getting on people's nerves. Makes you look bad. You're unprofessional, selfish, rude, I don't know, whatever word you want to use. And then the other thing I wanted to bring up is this. By the way, all these things apply to job candidates too, right? Job candidates that are in interviews and they're also looking at other stuff. Like crazy. I don't know why you do that. Anyway, the other point I wanted to bring up is this: phones. This behavior drives me nuts, right? You're talking to anybody, any colleague, any peer, boss, whatever, at any point, whether it's on Zoom, in person, you're in the middle of the conversation and they glance down at their phone and start pushing the screen with their thumb, which means they're checking things and moving through apps. Stop it. Okay, stop doing that. If you're doing that, I'm telling you right now, you're damaging your career in some way. And how you're doing that is you're getting on the person's nerves. They're starting to make judgments about you in their head, what kind of person you are, that you show poor judgment, that you're rude, that you're selfish, that you're a narcissist, I don't know, whatever, description you want to use. I'm telling you, that's what it does for you. It makes you look bad. And maybe you're listening to this episode and you're thinking to yourself, damn, why am I not getting promoted? Why did Mary get promoted and I didn't? Well, I don't know. Could be some of these behaviors I'm pointing out here on this episode. There is your Riderflex tip of the day. The Riderflex podcast features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. Our show can be heard just about anywhere these days, but you can visit riderflex.com and click on the podcast page to hear all the previous episodes and learn more about the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Contact us at the email address info@riderflex.com or 888-964-5876. Thanks so much for listening, and if you enjoy our show, please be sure to subscribe to our channel and like the episodes.